teams. So, okay. Welcome everybody. Those of you that have not been on before, we do our team Zoom every Sunday night at 9 p.m. We chose to do 9 p.m. just because after corporate calls at 7 gives you a little bit of time to get dinner, the kids to bed. So we highly recommend plugging into our corporate calls at 7 p.m. every Sunday night, about 15 minutes, and then our Sunday night Zooms at 9 p.m. Our Sunday night Zooms last anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. Get your week started off and helps you build growth with not only your team, but then within this team as well. So I am going to actually be recapping a Zoom that Cami Dempsey, who's our number 2 moneymaker in the company, she posted this Zoom and with Tiffany and Cody Chapman, they're Ambassador Diamonds. And I love this Zoom. And I know some people that are on this Zoom tonight have actually watched it. So after I kind of get through these notes, I'm going to have some people who have watched it actually share some aha moments, what they kind of got out of it, and then anything that comes to mind that they want to share. So like I said, get ready to take some notes, get ready to share kind of your thoughts, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So number one thing that Tiffany and Cody Chapman talked about on this Zoom was having your offensive game plan ready at all times. Not even just at the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, the end of the month, but constantly having that printed off and knowing where you're headed. And so I am actually going to flip my screen tonight and show you where to find that. So, because I have a lot of people that will ask where it's at. So let me get there really quick so you guys can see. So, okay, I'm going to flip my screen real quick so you guys can see it. Okay, can everybody see this screen? I won't be able to see all of you, so put in the chat if you can't see it. So here's going to be my back office, which looks like just like everybody else's. Up here at the top, you're going to hit Document Library. And once you hit Document Library, you're going to go to Training and Business Building. And then right down here, it says It Works Game Plan 2016, and you're going to hit Download. Once you hit Download, this is what's going to pop up. And this is what I want you guys to either, well, actually, yes, you do want it printed. This is something that you want to have on you at all times. And I'm sure some of you, your leaders, if not Diamond Above leaders, have gone through this with you. But I strongly encourage you to have this printed off because it's not only going to be a step-by-step reminder, but it's also going to be a game plan. So if you're wondering, okay, what is my month game plan? Well, I know I want to complete the steps of success, but this kind of goes a little bit more in depth with that. So I kind of show you where number 2 is going to be talking about intentional focus. So this is the front cover. The second page is intentional focus. You can't do anything, but you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Where are you investing your time? So 1/3 should be investing your time on you. 1/3 should be with your top 10. Who are you working with and how are you working with them? And we're going to go into that in just a little bit. And 1/3 leading your team. Page 3 kind of goes into, are you investing your time or spending your time? Kind of has you break down your last check by hourly. So 40 hours per week, just like if you're working a 9 to 5, or those of you that are, you can kind of see what you are making with It Works. And then I kind of want you to think, do you want more? Are you eager and hungry and intentional for more? The next page is going to be talking about your goals for the month. So your rank, not only that, but your income, your goals for the week. So who are you blitzing? Who are you wrapping? What distributor signups are you looking at? Or customer signups? Page 5 is who are you working with, and this is going to go into a little bit about your top 10. Like I said, we're going to go into that in just a little bit. So start thinking of the top. If you don't have 10 people on your team, that's okay. Start thinking of your top 2, 3, 4, 5, your top people that are going to run with you to the top, and that if you weren't to talk to them for a whole entire day, they'd still be in the business. So these are your rock stars and runners. And it's okay if you're a runner, it's okay to be a walker, but we just don't want to sit with our sitters. So we'll go over that in just a little bit. How are you working with your top 10? Like I said, we'll go over this too in just a bit. And then your pregame sheet. So this should be something that you're filling out and kind of having that roadmap of where you need to go. So what wrap parties do you have, your greatest accomplishment, recognizing your strengths, but then also where do you need to work, but also working within your strengths as you're growing and improving within this business. The next part is going to be talking about leading your team and then just some notes. So again, if you don't have this printed off, make sure to print this off tonight because this will be a game changer for your business to help you stay on track. So there is that. So now I'm going to flip my screen again. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the offensive game plan. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the offensive game plan. So leadership is a lifestyle. Not only using the call link, Tony, the email, like on the event, there's a call link and then they just enter in the, do you see it? Okay. So leadership is a lifestyle. We want you to be vocal within your teams, you guys. It doesn't matter if, no matter what rank you are, it doesn't matter how much experience you have or what knowledge you have. Leadership is simply just a lifestyle. It doesn't matter, like I said, how long you've been in this business or how much you know. You want to be excited, passionate, and that is so contagious for your team. And they're going to feed off of that. So you want to make sure that you're excited and passionate and loud every time you're talking to them. Something that Tiffany and Cody Chapman talked about is they are not talking to people that don't get it. And that doesn't mean people that are still learning. That means people that simply don't want it, and not wasting your time on the people that are, sitting back and kind of wait for you to go to them every single time, or they're not being proactive or not taking those action steps to be successful in this business. You are better off spending your time building new and giving birth than trying to raise the dead. So if somebody just is big and ignoring you for 3 months and you're like, but I need them for my chart, I can promise you that if you build new and go find someone new that wants it just as bad as you do, that you're going to move that much quicker in this business. Then they went in to talk a little bit about the steps to success. And I think when we talk about the steps to success, it seems as if it can be super overwhelming. And that people either think, gosh, I can't do that, or, how do people sign that many people? Well, I'm going to kind of break this down a little bit with the steps to success. And I'm going to flip my screen again so you can see a little bit about this. So I want you to see how doable this is. So if you're taking a look at the steps to success, you guys, step 1 is going to be joining the party, and which every single one of you on this Zoom have done. So all, whatever there are, 45 people of you, every single one of you guys have joined the business, right? Step 1 is to make sure you're commission qualified. So if you're not commission qualified, why not? Simply why not? We make a small investment in this business to see a return. And ultimately, if you're not a product of the product, how are people supposed to buy the products? And if you can't afford the products at the beginning, you can simply, you can either you can be doing retail orders. So you can say, hey, any way you want to do it. You can do retail orders, low customer orders, or distributor. It doesn't matter what you do, but there is a way to use the products. Number 1, you can sell something in your house to buy products. That sounds crazy, but I know there's some people on the Zoom that have done that. And even when I first got started, you guys, I made it a way to use one product that changes your life, and use one product that people can relate to. So find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you are just have to use every single day, because once you're passionate about a product, I don't care if it's even lip and eye, if it's grains, if it's hair, skin, and nails, if it's the wraps, I'm looking at all my products, I name them all off, ThermoFit, doesn't matter what it is, use something. Number 2 is loyal customers, you guys. Loyal customers, every 2 loyal customers we sign in this business, we get a box of wraps for $25. You either can A, keep them for yourself, or B, you can sell them. And this is also a great way to earn wrap cash. So you can sell them and profit $75, selling each one for $25. And then once you get your first 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you're qualified for the Ruby bonus. Right now, going Ruby, you will get a $500 bonus on top of your paycheck. And not only that, but you're commission qualified. Not commission qualified. You are Fast Start qualified your first 2 loyal customers that you sign. So looking at the steps of success, you guys, it's 3 simple step process, and every single person on this Zoom follows the same exact thing. It doesn't matter, again, what rank you are, how long you've been in this business, we all follow the same thing. Now, I want to show you something that these 3 simple steps, you guys, if you were to do this once a month, and then you taught these 3 people to do the exact same thing once a month, I want you to tell me kind of where you would be at. So those of you that know the, steps of success, and when we repeat them time after time and time again, what happens with that? Eventually you're going to go diamond, and you're going to go diamond quick. And that's why we are so hound on the steps of success, because this is our roadmap to every single promotion within this business. This is our guide and, our outline to be successful. So if you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I go diamond? Steps of success. You have to get those 3 people that you sign, or all 5 of those people that you sign, you have to get them started right away. And then choosing, once you get started in this business and say you do have a team, like I was talking about the top 10, you really want to get and focus on these people and help them get started, help guide them, lead them, train them, but do not fall into that management mode. We lead by doing. We don't lead by telling, if that makes sense. So we want to constantly be leading our team by example, and leading our team from the front. So the next thing that I want you to ask yourself, and this was such an aha moment, and I love that they did this, but they reached out to their top 10 and they asked, how many customers and distributors did you get last month? And even though they already knew, they asked because they wanted that person to answer it for themselves. And then the next question was, what do you want this month? What are you going to do differently this month than you did from last month? And it's crazy, you guys, honestly, like when you stop to really think, okay, how was your July? Was it what you wanted it to be? Could you have done more here? Could you have done more here? If not, why was it the way it was? And evaluating that and then moving forward. Number 1, not beating yourself up about it and getting stuck in this whole mindset trap, but just moving forward, recognizing where to improve on, and then do that. I think we get so caught up in, oh my gosh, I had a bad month, or oh my gosh, I didn't recruit very many people, that it starts our next month off super slow. So I want you to every month evaluate where you were at, see where your volume left off, see how much your recruiting was, where it was at, and then say, okay, I'm going to double my efforts with parties. I'm going to double my efforts with live videos, with messages, with follow-ups, whatever it may be that you want to do that works for you, for your business, do it, and then do more of it. The crucialness about the steps of success, you guys, is I can't say that enough. And it's always, if you want to be Ambassador Diamond, you need to follow the steps of success over and over and over and over again. You don't have to be, and this was me like 2 years ago, I'm not even kidding. I always felt like you had to be a certain person to be an Ambassador Diamond. You had to be a certain personality, or be a certain way, or talk a certain way, or act a certain way. There's nothing that you have to be Ambassador Diamond besides follow the steps of success. You can be any way you want to be. There's no secret in this business, nothing at all. The steps of success leads to every promotion, leads to every pin level in this business. The only difference between Ambassador Diamonds and people who don't get there is they've never given up. Number 1, they've never given up. And they have followed those 3 simple steps each and every day. So, something that Tiffany and Cody talked about that I think is super crucial too, as we're getting started and as we're signing people and we're becoming leaders, is that they turn into professional trainers instead of professional recruiters. And I think this was interesting too, because knowing and identifying the different in this, and knowing through the process of when they had so many aha moments of why wasn't their business moving, they were realizing that they were spending so much time on training their newbies and training their team that they forgot to work their own business. And I can tell you, hands up, I've done that. And I've done that many times where I had to stop myself and I'm like, crap, you need to slow down and still remember that you have a business to run too. So I think I can probably name about 5 people on the Zoom that are like, I've done that. I think we've all done that, where you just have to stop and be like, okay, I need to make sure I take time for me as well, because we did start this as a business owner. We didn't start this to be a boss. We didn't start this to be in management mode. We started to lead and grow a team together. Recruiting is definitely the forefront of our business, you guys. And I can't say that enough. Recruiting. However, I think one of the biggest things, and I know one of my problems, is I overcomplicate recruiting a lot. I heard this today as, some people won't message people because they feel like they're not successful enough yet. People are too afraid to message people because they're not a certain rank. They don't know a certain verbiage. They need more training. The biggest piece of advice that I can give you is to just start talking. You learn by doing, you guys. You learn by repetition. You get over your fears by blitzing, and not just blitzing once a month, but every day. You will learn the verbiage that sticks with you and that people are really getting by doing that every single day. And if you're not seeing any people closing the deal after like 5 messages, then do 10, do 11, do 12, and push yourself. So if you're feeling like you're not growing as a leader, well, what are you not doing? And think about that. Okay, am I doing my personal development, or am I just comfortable in the book that I'm reading? Something that I've challenged myself every month is to do something that you hate. Do it, and do it every day. And then I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing it. And then I'm like, nope, it's going to grow you as a person. It's going to grow you as a leader. And then you're going to start to like it. And then once you start to like it, find something new. Find something that makes you so uncomfortable, because I want you guys to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that is where you're going to see success. You ultimately will find and see success doing things that you don't want to do, honestly. Biggest mistake that a lot of us make in this business is we just overcomplicate everything. We overcomplicate messaging. We overcomplicate being a leader. We overcomplicate and doubt ourselves as, can I do this? Am I good at this? Maybe I'm not worthy to go diamond yet. I'm not this, I'm not that. It doesn't matter, you guys. Every single one of you on this Zoom can go diamond. Every single one of you on this Zoom deserve to go diamond. And it's all up in your head to decide that you're worthy of that, to decide that you are going to declare, commit, and then make it happen. This business is easy, you guys, but you have to do the easy every single day. Okay? There is absolutely no secret besides doing and doing and doing more and more of it. Share your strengths and your weaknesses within your team. And that's something that, again, you may not want to be like, oh, they're going to see me as a bad leader, or they're not going to see me as leading by example. But people need to know that you're human too. They need to know that we struggle too. Oh my goodness, I struggle almost every single day. And now I've learned to laugh at it, move on, and push myself to be better, because I know that not only do you guys learn from my weaknesses, but also from my strengths as well. But then owning up to where you fell short, and then realizing and recognizing where that happened so it doesn't happen again. Let's see here. Also, find your way. Okay, find your way within, I don't really know if I want to go into that, actually. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm going to go into less talk and more action. I want you guys to look at your calendars today for the month of August, and I want you to tell me how many parties you have, how many one-on-ones you have scheduled, either meetups, coffee dates, whatever it may be. What is on your calendar to produce your business, your income, and to grow? The biggest thing is if your calendar is not booked, then your business is not moving. Simple as that. And that doesn't mean you have to be working this business AM to PM. It really, really doesn't, you guys. It just means that you have to be intentional with the time that you do have. I was talking to, let's see if she's on here. Victoria, are you on here? I think you're down there. Yep, there you are. So Victoria had a coaching call today, and I'm going to share a little bit about what we talked about. And she had a coaching call today. We were talking about her schedule and the time that she had to work this business, and she still works full time. And I could relate to her a lot because I worked full time when I first started. So when we were talking about how she said, I said, what are you doing differently this month than you did from last month? And she's like, well, I'm doing 5 a.m. workouts right now. And a lot of people will be like, 5 a.m., that's way too early. I'm not doing that. Not only is she doing the 5 a.m. workouts, but she's getting up just a little bit early, just taking that time to message people, post, and connect with her team. Work with the time that you have, because then she goes to work out, and then she goes to work, and then she'll work it like on her break or on her lunch, and then later in the afternoon. You've got to work within the time that you have. You've got to just work with what you have, okay? If you still work 9 to 5, that's okay. You still can work this business and you still can be successful with it. If you don't work, that's okay. You can work it as you need to, when you need to. But work with what you have. Don't feel like you have to be a certain way, know everything. Talk to certain people. Just start talking. Just start asking. Just start posting. Just start messaging. Just start meeting up with people and getting the wrap on people. Write down your goals. Then write down your action plan and then do it. And that's something that Mike kind of talked about tonight on the call. Was he was saying that you can write down your goals, you can write down the action to do it, but then if you don't take action to do it, then they're not anything besides written down on a piece of paper. So I challenge you this week to write out your weekly goals. What do you want to accomplish this week? Do you want 1 loyal customer and 1 distributor? Do you want, 2 distributors or 3 loyals? Whatever that may be, you guys put it down. And you're going to start creating a habit. And as you create a habit, it's going to become more and more and more easy. And again, we're going to do the easy every single day to see that success within our business. I am going to unmute a couple people who watched the Zoom today, and I want them to share a little bit about their aha moments, because I know a lot of people could relate to Tiffany and Cody. So let's see here. Kayla, do you want to go ahead and unmute yourself really quick and share some of your aha moments?
Yeah, sorry, here I am. Let me go to my notes really quick that I have. Okay, so some of my aha moments from today was when I hit Diamond. They were talking about hitting a goal and making sure that you always had another one. So when I went Diamond, I didn't have another goal set. I got to Diamond and I was just kind of like, okay, phew, I got to Diamond, I'm good. I didn't have that belief that I would go double or triple or presidential. So if you don't, once you hit a goal, you want to make sure that you have another goal set, because your business will slow down if you don't. So you always want to make sure that as soon as you hit one, you're going for another one. So that was one of mine. Another one of mine that I had was they were talking about keeping it simple and following the steps to success. And thinking back to when you first joined and your excitement that you had, or trying a product that you saw amazing results and the first time that you tried that product and why you fell in love with it. And just really remembering that and keeping it simple when you first started. And then they were talking about another aha moment that I had was once you slow down or lose momentum on your team or within your own business, it's really hard to pick up that momentum again. And it takes a little bit of time to see that pick back up. So just keeping the momentum and the excitement within your business and your team going, because then you'll never lose that momentum and have to keep that back up. And then another one that was huge for me was I grew really, really fast. I promoted to Diamond within 6 months in the company. And so as soon as I went Diamond, my team slowed down. And so then you get discouraged. You're like, okay, am I a good leader? Do I know what I'm doing? Why are people quitting? Why are, loyals not staying loyals? And so I kind of had a big, can they hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my phone shut off. I had a moment of disbelief. I didn't know that if I was good at what I was doing or not. So, just trying to keep pushing forward, because you know what you're doing. You just have to constantly keep believing in yourself. So those were some of my aha moments from today.
One of the ones that I love that stuck out to me too was that if you never have a new goal to hit, you're going to stay complacent in where you're at. So if you're not redreaming, if you're not recreating that vision of where you want to go next, how are you going to continue to be hungry? How are you going to continue to strive for more in this business? And that doesn't mean, being excited and happy with where you're at. That just means to constantly be growing and then checking off things off your dream board and then putting new things on there as well. So thank you for sharing that, Kayla. Those are some really good points that you had. Who else wants to share some aha moments from the Zoom from today?
I'll share. Except for Kayla kind of got everything that I wrote down. I think the biggest one though was when Tiffany said that the biggest mistake after reaching diamond was not having another goal. That hit me because I didn't, when I started this, there was no way I couldn't get diamond, and I got it and I kind of flatlined, and I didn't say, okay, now I'm going for double right away. And I think that kind of hurt my business. And so just always having that next goal of, okay, now I hit ruby, now I'm going for emerald. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I agree, Taylor. And, and it doesn't even have to be a huge, big goal, but it can be something as far as like, okay, I'm going to complete, sign 2 loyals and 2 distributors, and next month I'm going to complete the steps of success. Or I'm going to sign 1 loyal and 1 distributor. I'm going to book 2 parties this month. I'm going to read personal development every day. I'm going to be present on Zooms, and I'm going to be at team trainings, and, just those little things, because once you create those little habits, you guys, it's going to downline effect into everything else. And then it's going to become natural to you. And then that's where you start, when you retain the information, you retain the schedule, then you're going to naturally just start teaching that to your team. So I totally agree, Taylor. Thank you for sharing. Kendra just said, I completely agree with Kayla on that aha. When I got to diamond, I got comfortable and didn't see my next goal and really noticed a shift backwards within my business. Kendra, do you mind sharing really quick, since I don't know if you want to unmute yourself, but I'm going to have you unmute yourself now. Do you mind sharing what you are doing now to move forward in your business?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Well, last month I didn't really do much of adjusting to having Boston, so I was just kind of getting in a routine. But this month I'm really trying to step it up and get back on track, and really going back to what I was doing before, that I knew, I know what I'm doing and I just need to do it. So really connecting with my team and being consistent with using the products and having that belief within the company. And as I use the products more, I get more belief in myself and more belief in the business, which makes me more confident to talk to people about it. And then I also just want to do more things that I haven't done before, like live videos. I did one last night, and I got good responses off of it. So I want to try to do more of those. And just really stay consistent with what I'm doing, because I know when I fell off for a month, then it's hard to pick that momentum back up. So I'm just trying to stay consistent and get back on track with what I know I need to do every day.
Yeah, and I think every single person on this Zoom can agree that we know what we need to do. It's just a matter of doing it, right? It's just a matter of getting over ourselves and just saying, okay, enough is enough. It's time to take action and just get it done. Regardless if you feel like you want to do it, you guys, regardless if, you're frustrated that day or you just not had a good day, do it anyways. Because I can promise you that every time you say yes, there's a reason behind it. Every time you do something when you don't want to do it, you'll grow that much more. And so getting in the habit that no matter how you feel that day, you're going to work your business, or at least do something every single day, big or small, to move forward. I just saw the chat pop up. Taylor said, that was my aha too, but also saying it out loud to yourself and speaking what this next goal could do for you. When you say it out loud, it's way different. I completely agree. I think somebody just unmuted themselves. Maybe? No? Taylor, did you want to add on to that?
No, I mean, they pretty much covered everything. I thought that was, I mean, I took so many notes on this, but that was definitely one of my biggest ahas. And just the whole like saying it out loud. And I know that I have, like, honestly, after every big promotion, I feel like I don't say my goal out loud. Like diamond, so double diamond, because I did it, those two together. But after double diamond, I sat there for a year and didn't promote to triple until the next year. And when I was at double, like, I never spoke out my goal whatsoever. Like, I never did anything for it. And I know that that was why I didn't take myself and my team to the next level, because I wasn't speaking and I wasn't giving it really any life. And I feel like it just kind of happened like when it did. And I mean, granted, it happened the way that it was supposed to, but I know that when you say things out loud, like, I'll never forget that Diamond Zoom we did, what was it, maybe 2 weeks ago now? I'll never forget that. Allie, so we have a Diamond Zoom every Tuesday for you guys that don't know. And Allie had us talk about the numbers that we want to make in this business. And I said my number, and we shared like what it would do for us and stuff. And I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, yeah, this is what I've always wanted, like blah, blah, blah. And then, but when I first said it, that was the first time that I've ever said it out loud. And I was just sitting in the living room, like crying, like sobbing, like I could not speak or say like a peep because I was crying, and just like tears were streaming down. And like, that was the first time that I ever said it out loud. That was the first time I ever got emotional about it. And so I know that when you say it out loud, like, I'll never forget everything. So I highly recommend, like, if you are just in a rut right now, if you're not feeling it, if you're just you feel stuck or whatever, I highly recommend saying your goals out loud. And even if you have to do it by yourself and you sound so silly and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I sound so stupid right now. I promise you that when you say them out loud, like, it's a game changer. Like, it's so different. And that was just like a major aha, because I thought back to that that Zoom that we had, and I know that when you say it out loud, it's way different. Instead of just thinking it in your head and just having it in front of you, those things are great, especially having it in front of you. But when you actually say it to yourself and you give it life and you speak life into it, that's when it definitely changes everything for you.
I love it. Now that you said that, I think we should do that for a team Zoom. Let everybody go around. How cool would that be? 50 of you guys saying your goals out loud. That's so cool. Nicole just said, I say my goals to my husband. He thinks I'm crazy. Oh my God, Nicole, you're definitely not the only one. I think all of us, all of our husbands or wives at one point thought we were crazy too. But the best part is crazy is good, because that means you're dreaming and dreaming big. And so continue to be that good crazy, because I promise you it'll pay off. I throw out crazy ideas all the time. And sometimes I think I'm crazy myself. So does anybody have any other aha moments that they want to share? Any aha moments that they've had just on this Zoom? We have about 2 minutes left before we finish up tonight. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for being on. If you guys have, you are so welcome, Nicole. I'm glad that you were on. Yeah, so just a reminder, every Sunday night we do our team Zooms at 9 p.m. And then we have corporate call tomorrow, Show Me the Money call at 6 o'clock. And then on Tuesday we're doing a workout, team workout. So that'll be a lot of fun at 6:30. So there will not be a Zoom for out-of-towners on Tuesday, but if you have people close to you, get together, create that community within your area as well. So I'm super excited for this week. Let us hear your goals, share them on the team page, do a live video, tag your uplines. I'm so excited. So have a good week, guys, and I will talk to you soon.